What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another daily Cyberpunk 2077 video. And you know what? You guys asked me to make a follow-up video talking about how the game performs after the hotfix 1.04 patch, and I wanted to sit on it for a couple days. I didn't want to just come out after an hour and say, praise Jesus, everything's fixed, no crashes. No, I wanted to give it a good few days to play with it and see what's going on here, especially in terms of crashes and choppiness and things like that. And I understand this is stuff that might not be able to be fixed because of the old hardware. But again, I want to reiterate this. This is a game that was supposed to be out only on PS4 and Xbox One in April. So, I mean, who knows, man. But here's what I want to say. So, the first day I had the game, it was all roses and butterflies. I was happy. And each day since, the bugs and the choppiness, the drop in frame rates have started to annoy me more and more. And dude, this thing is a story, it just blew up. And let me preface this by saying I still adore the game. It's my favorite game of the year, but each day I play it, I get irked a little bit more that, I missed that left turn because of my choppy frame rate, or oh my god, the game's gonna freeze again for another 5 seconds before it unfreezes and lets me play. Like, that annoys me more and more each game. The novelty of the game is starting to wear off a little bit. But here's what I'll say about 1.04. Even though it's just a hotfix, I've seen way less poppin'. That's, to me, the biggest difference I've seen is less poppin' by a lot. This means cars, NPCs, objects. There's still some, don't get me wrong, but much less. And the textures, I've noticed improvement in the textures. Like, we've all seen that terrible picture of the game running on our base consoles. The textures are better, not perfect, still some texture pop in, but a lot less. And that's the biggest improvement that I can say personally from patch 1.04. However, the game is still really choppy, if not choppier, which is really disappointing to say. And you know what? Like, the first day, I wasn't experiencing too much choppiness. Maybe now that I've put in, I think I'm at like 40 hours into the game, there's so much going on, and I have so many items in my inventory and clothes and this and that. Maybe it's causing the game to chug along a little bit more, but I'm definitely noticing it's choppier and the frame rate drops are way more frequent than before, which is disappointing because one of the big things that I was praising for this hotfix was stability fixes and performance fixes. But yeah, the choppiness, dude, it's there and it's still in full force. We're gonna have to wait for a legit patch because yes, we do have to remember it was just a hotfix. A full patch, we'll see what kind of damage it can do in terms of fixing this thing. But the thing is, I'm not really used to this type of stuff. That's why you guys are gonna have to talk to me in the comments down below, because to me, a patch is like, okay, sure, a patch. I mean, you know, even for Valhalla and in games like that where it was kind of buggy, it was like, okay, sure, a patch. But this one, a patch is like a gift from the gods, man. It's huge for what it could do to improve your experience in this game. So I want you guys to talk to me down below. What's realistic for them to be able to fix in these types of patches, and a time frame? How long do you think would it take for them to fix something like maybe choppy frame rate, if they can even fix it at all? Maybe they can't. I mean, because 15 frames per second is big ouch, big oof. And if they can bump it up even just a tiny bit to make it more stable, what's going to go on there? The population density, what's going to happen with that? And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this because this is an important thing for a lot of people. The epilepsy scenes, especially the brain dance sequences, those have been fixed. You're all good there. Hopefully that wasn't causing too much trouble for people, but they did live up to their word and go in and change that stuff. And it's really important because that could be dangerous for some people and they couldn't enjoy the game as it was intended to be enjoyed. Up next, we got the copyright music thing, the disable copyright setting not working to its full ability. There was like 1 or 2 songs that were causing copyright strikes, which to me, massive facepalm, man. That's so annoying. Like, if you're gonna implement a feature like this, you better make sure it's gonna work for the content creator, because you're really screwing over maybe a lot of people by that having that song cause a copyright strike. So hopefully, I mean, they went and fixed it. I mean, I didn't get any strikes or anything because I keep the sound off, but they did recommend that you turn the music all the way off if you want to make content and put it on either Twitch or YouTube or something. So that's what I did, because I don't know if I can trust them too much on that one just yet. So I'm just keeping the music off, and I enjoy it because I enjoy listening to the sounds of Night City as well. So yeah. And lastly, the biggest thing, the crashes. So they're not gone, especially if you're on Xbox One and PS4. Now, there are less. I will say this. The game freezes up and crashes less. I've had some things that have kind of been like, what? Where the game will freeze and then unfreeze. Before, if it was freezing, forget it. Crash game. You're not coming back. But now, sometimes it'll freeze for a few seconds and then unfreeze, which... I mean, I will take our small victories, I guess, but they really need to keep addressing this, because they did mention in the patch notes that there were some crash fixes. So they need to keep chipping away at this, because for the game to crash as much as it does is not good. But I am happy to report that since I've installed 1.04, in the last 2.5 days that I've played with it, I've only had one crash. So that's a good thing that I'm happy to report. But who knows, man. With my luck, I'm going to upload this video and I'll suffer 3 crashes in 54 seconds. You know what I mean? So this is definitely depends on the person. And we've been talking about this. People on PS5, Series X, PC have been having crashes. So we do need to keep tabs on this and discuss with each other. Okay, for me, it's not too bad. For me, it's really bad. You know, this is how CDPR kind of addresses this, and they definitely need to fix this. This is the biggest thing. This and the choppy frame rate. If they can go in and maybe do something about that, improve the stability, that would be incredible. But yeah, that's it for me, guys, on this one. I'm going to do this after each patch. I'm going to wait maybe a day or two, and I'm going to tell you guys how it's changed the game for me and the improvements it's actually made. Because sometimes the stuff they put in the patch notes isn't actually legit. It's not, and I know that with Ubisoft and Valhalla, you know? So I'm going to give you guys the no BS, 100% real update, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, if it's your first time, you want to see daily Cyberpunk content and some other games too, like this video and subscribe for more. See you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.